Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Thursday. On Tuesday, I shared with you my summer essentials in terms of body care products, SPF, skincare, and I said that at a later time, which turns out is only a day or so later. I'm sharing with you guys my summer makeup essentials. I didn't mention any makeup items in that video in the attempt to be a little bit more brief. My videos are long no matter what, so my apologies. But today I'm going to share with you guys the makeup that I tend to gravitate towards during this time of the year. I'm obviously gonna show you guys specific products, but I think what I'm trying to get across more than anything else is just the overall makeup vibe and the types of colors that I tend to gravitate towards. With a couple of these products, I will say they are very specific recommendations for a specific skin type, so keep that in mind. But for the most part, I'm just trying to give you guys a sense of the makeup colors that I tend to go for this time of year. I am sitting in front of two large windows. There is a lot of sun today. I might have some lines on me at some point. I can tell that I might right here, but I've already tried to record this video a couple times this morning, and honestly, I need to get it done. So my apologies for the lines if you can see them from the blinds here, but let's get into it. Everything will be linked down below if you want to go read up more about these products, buy them, whatever. The information will be down there for you. I'm going to start with primers. So during the summer, well, also spring, but spring and summer specifically, when the weather starts to warm up, I do get a little bit oilier than I am already. I'm a pretty oily person. My face, for whatever reason, is just an oil production factory, which is fine. It's genetics. It is what it is. I have learned to sort of live with it and work with it. And one thing that I have found is that during the spring and summer, when it does warm up, using a primer really works well for me. Two that I'm going to recommend for those of you that have either combination oily or very oily skin are the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer Perfecting Base. This one keeps me very matte. I would not recommend this to you if you have any types of dry or flaky patches on your face, because this will accentuate those. This helps to fill in my pores and keeps my skin matte longer throughout the day. Gives me a really nice look to my powder foundation. I really enjoy this. Another one that would actually be, I think, good for even normal and possibly even dry, because I just don't see this does not cling to any dry patches that I have sometimes, is the Ren Perfect Canvas Silicone-Free Skin Finishing Serum. So this is the one that I would recommend to basically, every skin type if you're looking for a nice primer. It is silicone-free, and it has this really kind of interesting texture where it's pretty liquidy. A little bit goes a long way. It does almost feel like it could have silicone in it, but it does not. And what it does is it truly just does create like the perfect base. You are left with your pores looking a lot smoother. You are left with your makeup being prolonged throughout the day. Now, I'm giving you guys these suggestions with my powder foundation of choice, which is either, and this does not change for me at any point during the year. These are always the same. I like to either use the Wanderlust powder foundation from Wander Beauty, or obviously my beloved Laura Geller Balance in Brighton. So these two work great with powder foundation. By the way, I promise it is coming. I will be doing a powder foundation routine video next week, hopefully. Stella will be out of school at the end of this week, and that opens up a little bit more time for me in the morning to do little tutorials like that. They're not going to be big productions, you guys. They're not going to be edited in any kind of way, so prepare yourselves. You guys know I don't edit my videos, so they'll be a little bit longer probably, but I'll show you how I use these primers with the powder foundations. That is something, it's just, I have to do it during the summer months. I have to use a primer. It helps to prolong the wear of my makeup, and it really makes my makeup look a lot better at this time during the year. I don't necessarily always have to use these during fall and winter because my oil production settles down a little bit, and I find that just my regular moisturizer SPF, which I talked about in Tuesday's video, the Paula's Choice Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense, works just great on its own, but I do really enjoy these during the summer months. That was a lot of time on that, but yeah, let's talk blush. Blush for me, the color that I really gravitate towards during this time of the year is peach. Peach is really, I feel like, the healthiest flush of color for my skin tone. At this point during the year, you guys know that I normally prefer a lot of mauves, mauve eye looks, mauve cheeks, mauve lips. I'm a mauve kind of girl, but peach during the summer is where it's at for me. And two great options are the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This was also a springtime pick for me, probably. I can't even remember, did I do a spring makeup picks? I might have, but I love this because there's a little bit of luminosity to it, which I don't mind at this time during the year. I don't mind if I look just a little bit glowier in specific areas and very strategically. You guys know I'm not one of those like YouTube highlighter girls, but that's a really great option. And if you're looking to splurge, this is what I have on my cheeks today. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Dim Infusion. This is gorgeous, you guys. There is something special about these blushes. They are worth every penny. I will always have them in my collection. I'm really hoping that they come out with a really nice, like, larger blush palette during the holidays this year, fingers crossed. But yeah, again, this just provides me with this really natural glow to my cheeks without looking like a shimmer bomb exploded on my face. I do have enlarged pores on this part. I have enlarged pores all over my face, but specifically this area, and I don't like to accentuate that with too much shimmer. These provide more of a glow, and I love that peachy look. I feel like summer is the time for peach cheeks. Two of my faves for you there. Great options, both of them. For my lips, I tend to go one of two ways. I tend to either go towards a really sheer coral, which is what this is, or a really sheer pink, which is, my recommendations here are actually kind of like a color adjusting type of pink. These are the Vitality Gloss Stain and Vitality Lip Flush from It Cosmetics and Je ne sais quoi. Both of these are great. You don't have to have both. They both kind of do the same thing. They just adjust to whatever color your body temperature is, essentially. So I don't want to put this gloss on now because I have on the Wander Beauty Beach Balm in Soul. Now this is not readily available. Wander Beauty did send this to me, by the way. But I love it. It's gorgeous, and I wish that I could just readily be like, get it here, but I don't know if this was like a limited edition shade for them or something, but I'll see if I can find it in a kit, or it has to be somewhere. And this is gorgeous, you guys. These beach balms by them are amazing. They have a couple of other really nice colors and also a clear. They're just beautiful. They go on so easily. This is all that I have on eyelash today. They're just so pretty. They are the perfect flush of color, that's the lip vibe, is just a flush of either coral or pink on the cheeks. Nothing too fussy or too high maintenance, and not a mauve in sight for once. So two really great options here. Like I said, you can do one or the other, whether you prefer like a lipstick format or a gloss. I don't know, they're both fabulous, but yeah. Coral or light pinky rosy lips with a glow, like a glossy glow, is what I like to go for. Let's talk about the eyes. Really, my preferred summer look is just a really neutral crease color, and I'll show you some options here in a minute, and then a lid that is either like a matte almond color or a really nice shimmery beige of some kind. And two that I've fallen in love with are the Shimmer and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in Kitten from Stila, and the Wander Beauty Gilded Rose, which is, I don't know, I mean, it's got a rosy hue to it, but it's also just a really pretty neutral shade, and I'll give you swatches of both of these so that you can see the difference between the two. Kitten is a little bit lighter, and then the Gilded Rose. So Gilded Rose right here, I'm really hoping that this lighting doesn't totally suck, you guys. Oh, there's the blinds. Kitten, Gilded Rose, but just this type of lighter, shimmery lid situation. Let me wipe these off real quick, with a really nice neutral crease shade. And then a powder liner of some kind. I do powder liner year round. It especially works well during the summer months because it keeps that pooling from happening on the outer corner of my eye here. Also, eye primer, a must for me year round, but especially during the summer months. Even when I don't wear makeup at all, I still put an eye primer on because my eyelids are that oily. It's disgusting. But Too Faced Shadow Insurance is the one that works for me because this one doesn't make my eyes water. If you are having watery eyes, and this is something that somebody else had to point out to me, see if it's your eye primer. I was allergic to a lot of the ingredients in a lot of the other eye primers, like from Lorac, from Milani, from NYX. What else did I use? I think I also tried one from NARS. They have an eye primer. The Urban Decay Primer Potion. I was allergic to all those. Every single one made my eyes water constantly. Once I went back to this, that stopped happening. So look into that if that's a problem for you. But let's talk some palette options for you guys. You might roll your eyes with these two. I know that for me, Too Faced has become one of those brands that I'm just kind of like, I don't really get a lot from them anymore. And that's okay. Sometimes you outgrow different brands, but I will say these are really great summertime options for me still. So if you happen to have them or you've been looking at them, I do think that these are two great eyeshadow palette options for the summer months. This is the Just Peachy Mattes. The second palette that they came out with in this format, the White Peach, I returned. I did not like that. But this is gorgeous. So the crease shades that I tend to like are these slightly warmer, peachier shades. I will also go into the reds a little bit at this time of the year as well. So the Peach Sangria is really pretty. Or Truly, I mean, and most of you probably already have this. The Modern Renaissance palette also has some really great options for this time of the year. But anyway, and there's lots of nice matte lid shades in here as well. I'm so sorry about the lighting, you guys, today. I realize that this is probably not ideal. The lines are showing up on the palette. I can see it in my mirror here. So anyway, this is a really great option. Again, in here, if you have this palette, there are, you know, Summer Yum here is a really pretty crease shade with a nice shimmery shade like Kitten on the lid. You know, even just Peachy is beautiful on the lid. There's a lot of really great summery options in this one. So I will be getting this and this out for my next Shop My Stash. Shop My Collection. There we go. Which you guys will see next week. But yeah, anyway, these are great. These are great for this time of year. If you already have them, bring them out. This is a great time of year to use this. Or if you've been thinking about them. I do really like both of these palettes. Again, I'm not like the biggest Too Faced devotee anymore, but I think they do make some good stuff. So, and then another thing that I really like are bronzier looks. Again, I tend to go for more mauves, more taupes, but I can appreciate a warm eye look, especially during the summer months, which is when I would prefer that type of eye look. And the Lorac Unzipped palette, and I realize that this is like older than dirt in YouTube land, and no one really talks about this, but this is a great eyeshadow palette, you guys, especially if you like really nice warm browns. These lid shades here are gorgeous. This little quadrant right here is absolutely perfect for the lid. And then any of these in the crease, this one's a little too shimmery for the crease probably, but I'll do a shimmery crease sometimes. You can totally do that. I think you have to be careful with it, but you can do it. But anyway, those are the types of eye looks that I go for. So I go for either like those peachy, warm, ready crease shades with a shimmery lid, or I'll do a nice bronzy brown with a kind of matte cream lid situation. That's just what I tend to gravitate towards. So yeah, those are my summer picks for you guys. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Again, I'm not necessarily saying like it has to be these specific products. I'm just saying that that's kind of like my overall vibe. These two specific products, great for those of you with oily skin, so might be worth checking out. But peaches, corals, shimmer, a little bit more shimmer, is kind of what rules my makeup game during the summer months. Let me know what you really enjoy during the summer in terms of makeup down below in the comments. I always like reading what you guys have to say. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I will see you tomorrow for Friday Favorites and Flops. Take care.